Hi, Matthew Buckley, the Chief Investment Strategist here at Wealth Creation Investing, or WCI for short. Let's knock out a quick debrief of the week that was. Hopefully you tuned in for Monday's Monday morning outlook of what we thought was going to happen in the market. So we always knock out a debrief at the end of the week to cover what happened and really make sense of it all, because that's our mission objective here at WCI, is to help you become a more confident, more powerful, more potentially profitable investor by showing you the worlds of options, equities, futures, and Forex. And as a quick reminder, next month we're actually going to have a full equities day of training. That's a full day of the best stock traders in the world and their products that we're going to showcase for you, just like we did in January with options and we did for 2 days in February. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But what a week that was, right, folks? Last Friday's debrief, I could almost press a copy and paste, right? We're halfway through earnings season, and the earnings season has been kind of it's been more of a sell on the news type of earnings season. So a lot of activity happened this week in the market. On Monday, we kicked off with retail sales that were up 0.8% instead of 0.5%. So that put a smile on the face of the market. And Citigroup, big monster financial, also reported earnings. So it's still some drag on the financials a little bit, but still not as bad as expected. But still, it's a little one of those, porridge. It's kind of lukewarm, so to speak. Obviously, Tuesday was tax day. Not too happy about that. Not too happy to read that only 85 million Americans pay taxes this year, and majority of Americans who didn't pay any tax actually get a refund back, and that makes sense. In Jersey, we call that a bribe. But anyway, I digress. So we saw housing starts and housing permits on Tuesday that kind of conflicted each other. We had builder sentiment. For us in the Top Gun Options model portfolio, we had Goldman Sachs earnings, which kind of they beat, but they didn't. For the first time in a long time, the first quarter was just an absolute. They should have been printing money, and they didn't, which is very strange. And Lloyd Blankfein, the CEO of Goldman Sachs, said there's a lot of room for improvement, and couldn't echo those words more. So we took a little bit of a loss in the Top Gun Options primary model portfolio, but that's going to be really the only loss, and I'll show you our model portfolio here in a little bit. American Wednesday was full of earnings. American Express beat, Yum Brands beat, Qualcomm, eBay, VMware, just about all these folks beat, and the stocks sold off. So I want you to write this saying down if you're new to investing. Buy on the rumor, sell on the news. So usually you see stocks run up, and the implied volatility when you start trading options run up prior to earnings. And even if they report blowout earnings, usually it sells off. Why? It's because the smart money or the institutional money already knows that they're going to put out good numbers. That stock starts getting inflated, and mom and pop like yourself say, "Oh, good earnings. Let me jump in right now." And all of a sudden, the stock's down a couple points. You're like, and your head's spinning. That's why, folks. Yesterday, jobless claims were 388K. Not looking good. Existing home sales were put out by the NAR. Bank of America reported earnings, and we have a Bank of America position on in one of our model portfolios that we'll talk about. And today, Friday, McDonald's just came out with earnings, and they kind of met. They were in line. And McDonald's earnings, to me, folks, is kind of a harbinger of what's to come. Why? It's kind of like we have a bearish trade on Nike right now. With everything, all the conflicting signals in the market right now, people aren't rushing out to spend $400 on, Air Jordans or whatever kids are wearing nowadays. And a family of four who's worried about their job or worried about taxes or Obamacare, they're not running out to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse or the Cheesecake Factory to go to dinner. They might be going to that McDonald's dollar meal. So keep an eye on McDonald's, because that's always an inverse trade to the economy historically. McDonald's does well when people are worried and not doing well. So let's take a look at some specific stuff going on in the market real quick. I want to check the futures. I love this site, finviz.com, finviz.com. Futures are more or less flat today, from crude oil all the way down to NASDAQ. We're essentially going to be flat today. Today is options expiration, the third Friday of every month. Options expire, those monthly options contracts. Technically, they expire tomorrow, but obviously today is the last day to trade them, and we have some great positions options in our Top Gun options model portfolio that I actually want to take a look at. And just a quick reminder, folks, you can trade anywhere. One of our strategic monsters, Trade Monster, you can open a free paper trading account. I'm going to cover some of the tools that we use at Top Gun Options, which is a WCI company. You can go to trademonster.com/WCI and open a free paper trading account. You know, you can get some monopoly money and play around, because you should not be putting any capital at risk until you talk to a professional, or you at least go through the simulator, and you should be doing both. But like I said, we have a bearish trade on Nike right now. Here's our trades that are expiring today. We have an Apple trade that's going to expire today. It's a weekly trade that we're going to make in 3 days, $960. That puts a huge smile on my face. We put this on Tuesday, so call it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. $960 for 4 days of not working. That's not too bad. And then we laid on an iron condor out until April. Another trade expiring is a Bank of America diagonal. We're long-term bullish on the financials, so we bought some deep in the money calls. And if you don't know what a call is or what a put is, don't worry about it, because we have a program coming out called Sunday Options, where you're going to be able to learn all the options basics and be able to really start trading options potentially profitably. We have a gold iron condor on right now that's going to expire today, right down the fairway, April, and we're going to collect $1,120 for doing that one. We have a Google iron condor on, where's April, that's going to expire today, worthless, for $2,100, and a Nike bear call spread that's probably going to expire for so doing the math, we're looking at nearly probably, and with this VXX diagonal, about $5,000 in model portfolio profits in about 3 weeks, which puts a huge smile on my face. So this is our subsidiary, Top Gun Options. So if you're interested in learning anything about options, go to topgunoptions.com, and you can also take a test flight of the Top Gun Options services if you go to topgunoptions.com/advanced-alert, and you can take a 14-day trial of our trade alert services. This week I issued 2 new trade alerts on gold and Apple, and that could potentially bring in about $5,000. So all you have to do is scroll down to the bottom there, and you can take a 14-day test trial. So go to topgunoptions.com advanced-alert. So today, about half an hour until the open. Again, earnings are kind of so sell in May and go away. That's another thing you need to write down. That's another market colloquialism, if I got that word right. Sell in May and go away. So all the heavies on the trading desk end up going to their 8th home out on the Hamptons, and it really does. The market tends to trade sideways for a little bit. So we're going to take advantage of that here at WCI and Top Gun Options. So make sure you stay tuned for future videos to keep you up to speed with what's going on in the market. I'm Matthew Buckley, the Chief Investment Strategist here at WCI. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.